I greet you in the name of our Christ, and we acknowledge that we have so much to be thankful for. Amen. We are the recipients of so many blessings that we're not worthy of. We didn't even deserve to be awakened this morning. But it was out of grace and mercy He woke us up in spite of. Oh, praise His holy name. The devil would have us still asleep and not to awake at all. But God has shown that He is so much more powerful, more honorable, more full of grace, more merciful than we could ever imagine. I want to call your attention to the 68th number of Psalm. Reading from the New King James Version, just verses 1 through 3. It says, "Let God arise. Let His enemies be scattered. Let those also who hate Him flee before Him. Yes, sir. As smoke is driven away, so drive them away. As wax melts before the fire, so let the wicked perish at the presence of God. But let the righteous be glad. Let them rejoice before God. Yes, let them rejoice exceedingly." We want to call your attention to the subject today. What an awesome God we serve.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're right. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord.
I hear folks saying that all the time,
That's right.
even singing it. But we need to reflect on what an awesome God we serve.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Amen. 4 points we want to emphasize today. Psalm 68. First one is, He's worthy of our praise.
Yes, sir.
He's worthy of our praise.
Yes, he is.
2, He's worthy of our fear. He's worthy of our fear. 3, He's worthy of our trust.
Yeah.
He's worthy of our trust. And as a result, point number 4, victory is ours through Him. Victory is ours through Him.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Psalm 68 is saying all of that. And in so doing, we come to the subject, what an awesome God we serve.
Yes,
reflecting on a few verses before our text today, as an introduction, Psalm 67 and 68 seems to be written by the same person, and it follows in the same suit, so to speak. The psalmist called on the people to praise God.
Yes, sir.
Praise God with joy because he rules justly. In turn, God would bless them by giving them a bountiful harvest.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know that even the crops that the farmer, seed that the farmer plant, have no hope in the ground, have no hope of a bountiful harvest unless the Lord is in it. Yeah. Yeah. You know, in Israel, seed needed to be planted at a certain time of year. So that speaks to the opportunity we ought to be planting seed. Because if you don't plant any seed, then you shouldn't expect any harvest. In Israel, some people didn't, in Palestine, some people didn't plant because the time they needed to plant certain seed, it was cold and wet. So they would wait to a more convenient time to plant the seed. And when it had passed, it was too late to plant the seed, and therefore when everyone else was rejoicing over the harvest, they had nothing. You know, our spiritual ministry is somewhat like that. The time when we need to be planting seed may not be a bright, sunny day as far as opportunity is concerned. But even when it's cold and wet, even when people seem like they're not receptive, we need to be planting seed. We need to be about the Lord's business. Because he is the first fruit of those that have fallen asleep. And he is the guarantee that there will be a harvest. But the harvest are for those that love the Lord. The harvest of those that keep his commandment. The harvest of not the enemy. The harvest is for those that are glad. That's what the scripture says here. Let the wicked perish at the presence of God, but let the righteous be glad. Will you be glad when the Lord calls for you? When he calls for us? That does not necessarily mean that that will be when he comes back. Some of us may be called home before he gets back. Isn't that right? Yeah, I always said, particularly when I was a younger man, I want to be in that number where it says, those of us that are alive, 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, those of us that remain will be caught up to meet him in the air. It didn't say nothing about us dying. You know, but the older I get, I feel like maybe I might die before the Lord gets back. That's all right. Because he's the first fruit of those that are fallen asleep. And he's able to bring forth what he's already planted. Oh, praise his holy name. Giving them a bountiful harvest, recognizing God's blessing, encourages people to fear and to worship him. And when we say fear and worship him, we're not saying be scared of him. We're saying give reverence to his name. And since we give reverence to his name, and we know that he's worthy of our worship and our praise. Give that to him. He's worthy of our fear. He's worthy of our praise. And he's worthy of our trust. I wouldn't serve a God that I didn't trust. The scriptures tell me in the gospel that the day that we believe in him and trust him as our Lord and Savior, he has already moved us from death into life. And I don't have to worry about no condemnation, as Romans 8:1 say. There is therefore no condemnation for those that are in Christ Jesus. What does that mean? It means no punishment awaits the children of God when we leave here. No. So the psalmist here, reflecting on all of that, is saying, in essence, oh, what a mighty God we serve. Took the initiative to seek out a people that were totally depraved, but didn't know they were lost. And when he allowed them to know that they were lost, still couldn't do anything about it.
Yes, I am. That's right. Amen.
We say we found the Lord. We didn't find the Lord. He never been lost. We were lost. He took the initiative and sought us out. Amen. Psalm 68 is a psalm celebrating God's ascent to Mount Zion in triumph, as recorded in 2 Samuel 5, 6 through 8. Ascent into Zion. David's conquest of the city, 2 Samuel chapter 6. Or it could also be in reference to the moving of the ark to Zion, when there was a procession denoting the victory of the Lord, even the victory of David in general. And perhaps it's futuristic to Christ's ascent to Zion, because Paul uses Psalm 68 and 18 to talk about him ascending into heaven in Ephesians chapter 4. He talks about that in reference to the Lord. And he says he ascends. And then as he descends, it talks about in Ephesians chapter 4 how he gave gifts to the people because of his death and resurrection. Then it talks about not only the spiritual gifts given to individuals in Ephesians, but it talks about the spiritual gifted men that he gave to the church, so that at the foundation of the church that it could build up. He said he gave some bishop, elders, overseers. He gave some to be pastors and teachers for the upbuilding of the kingdom of God, for the upbuilding of the church. Then he gave all Christians gifts, not so that we could minister to ourselves, but minister to one another. David called on others to join in praising God, as he did in many of his songs. He said, I will bless the Lord at all times. Psalm 34. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul makes makes its boast in the Lord. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Oh, magnify the Lord with me. Let us exalt his name together. So he calls on the whole congregation, as I call on the whole congregation here or not, to magnify the Lord. Because all of the blessings that he's given us, and he's awesome. And David said, let the enemies flee. Let him arise and let them melt like wax before the fire. As Isaiah said, who can contend with me? How ludicrous and foolish it is for mankind to carve images of idols and carve images from gold and to melt it and put it on their arm and walk away and set it down and worship it. Does that make any sense? Said the ox and the donkey act a little bit better than that. They know their master's creed. Isaiah chapter 1, he said, but my people do not consider. Ox and the donkey, a burden of beasts, considered to be stupid. Sometimes animals act better than we do. He said that to Israel, but that didn't mean just Israel. It meant us, for we are descendants. Amen. David prayed in Psalm 68, 1 through 3, that God would show his awesome power. We say sometimes the Lord showed up and showed out. I refute that. The Lord don't need to show out. He don't ever show up and show out. He show up and show his awesome power. No one can contend. No one can match him. The word all that we get the word awesome from means fear in the Hebrew. Yahweh, fear. In the Greek, phobos, P-H-O-B-O-S, also means fear. It describes people's response to God's astonishing work. It's astonishing that he went to Calvary. It's astonishing that he healed the widow's son at Nain. It's astonishing that he calmed the raging sea. It's astonishing that he is the agent of the creation that he spoke the creation into existence. Then he showed that he loved us so much, he took the time to not just speak us into existence. Took some dirt, handled us, breathed the breath of life into us, made us the pinnacle of his creation. Even the angels were jealous. I hear David saying, what is I? And what is my house that you brought me this for? We ought to ask that question here in 2020. Who am I? And what is my house that the Lord has brought me this for? His astonishing works, such as Jesus' authority to forgive sin, Luke 5:26, so-called great teachers of the law, Pharisees, Sadducees, religious leaders, want to know who is this? that has the authority to forgive sin? Who is this that told a man to pick up his bed and to walk? Who gave you this authority? Who is this that had the audacity to go into the temple, turn over the money changers' tables? Who is this that had the audacity to even refute what Satan has to say? In the wilderness, he said that a man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. That is giving credence to the word of God, because it is the same as it was spoken out of his mouth. Even though men wrote, as Peter said, holy men spoke or wrote as they were moved by the Holy Spirit. Who is this called Jesus, the only begotten Son? Yes, Psalm 68 goes back. When God led his people through the wilderness, he graciously provided for them. Therefore, he is an awesome God. He brought water out of rocks. Yes. He led them by being a cloud in the daytime and a pillar of fire by night. Who is this? What kind of a God has the authority and the power and authority to even defy the great Pharaoh? Yes, they tell him when the question is asked, who sent you? Say, I am sent you. And even he had a conversation in John chapter 8 when the descendants of Abraham still was asking the question, who is this? Why is it that I'm not saved because I'm Abraham's children? Yes, I heard him say, if you were Abraham's children, you would have done as Abraham did. Yes, they asked the question, how is it that you're not even 50 years old and you're talking about Abraham? I heard him say, before Abraham was, I am. In other words, I always have been. I always shall be. I'm self-derived. I'm self-sustained. Jesus, the Lamb of God. Anyone know him? Have you tried him? If you tried him, say yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Who is it? Jesus.
Yes, he led them out of the wilderness. I don't know what your wilderness is today, but I know we all have some. But I trust in the Lord. And I know he will lead me out in the wilderness. Yeah. It's like the little boy that had his father's hand, and he's told a story. I'm not dependent on the feeble grip that you have on my hand, but I'm dependent on the firm grip that the Lord has. He has the power, and he's shown his awesome power by the outpouring of the Spirit. As part of it came to fruition in Acts chapter 2, verse 43, as recorded in Joel 2 and 28, that he would pour out his Spirit on all flesh. Paul got an opportunity to see what an awesome God that he had and who he would eventually serve when they changed him from Saul unto Paul on the Damascus road. I got an opportunity to see what an awesome God when I was about 12 years old in Mississippi. Yes, having a drink out of the different water fountains, bathrooms that said color and white. But we had an opportunity to trust in the Lord. Not that the vision is finished yet, but we have in his awesomeness brought us a mighty long way. We're going to reflect back how we used to get in a hurry to go to church when we had to walk 5 miles. Coming over the hills, here the old deacon said, "Hey, Charles, to keep my hand of God to glorify. Pick up my feet, walk a little faster, so we can get there to hear the hymn, to hear the prayers of the saints, and to participate in the spirit of the kingdom." If you've been there, say yes. Yes. Now we get up in the morning, don't have to walk 5 miles. Don't even have to drive a Volkswagen, Cadillacs, BMWs, Mercedes-Benz, Lamborghinis. Yes. Don't feel like going today. But if we would think what an awesome God we serve, how good He's been to us, we ought to be more faithful. I pray that we'll be more faithful in 2020 than we were in 2019. I pray that these padded seats and padded pews don't fool us. Yeah, we could be back where we had to let the windows up to let a cool breeze come through. The old folk will say, "Heist the window." Yeah, heist the windows. We'll put them down when we got ready to eat, so the flies couldn't come in. Isn't the Lord good? You say yes! Yes! The psalmist reflected on the victorious occupation of Canaan. He says kings were driven out. Those like Og, those enemies of the Lord, He allowed the Jews to defeat them. He will allow you to supersede all the traps that the enemy set today. If we'll just trust in Him. It hurts me when I drive by First Baptist on Wednesday night and the parking lot is full. churches. East Brent, the parking lot is full. On Wednesday night, my last Sunday, we have to trust in the Lord and not take the Lord for granted, because he judges justly. He will wink his eye at things for just a little while. But I know he is, as Deacon Bullock used to say, hold us accountable for our stewardship. Yeah, do you believe it today? I believe it, and I'm glad that I have an opportunity to be here today. Yes, I know I don't deserve it, but I'm glad, as the psalmist says, I sought the Lord, and he heard me and delivered me out of all my troubles. Won't he do it? I love the Lord. He heard my cry and pitied every groan. Yes, won't he do it? Yes!
Yes, sir.
He heard my cry.
Yes, sir.
Do you believe it today? He is a conqueror.
Yes, sir.
He takes care of us. Yes, he does. There was one triumph entry where it says he conquered and he took plunder from the enemies. It talks about the mountains of Bashan, which I really believe is the stretch of mountains called Mount Hermon, which is not far, but it's a few miles from Bashan. Just a few miles north of Bashan. Pictured here with an angelic host of thousands riding in chariots, triumphing over the rebellious and taking captives. God pictured receiving tribute. Psalm 68 and 18, Ephesians 4 and 8. And he also talks about, as I said already, Christ's ascension. And as I close in 68, 19 through 23, David praised the Lord, who bears all of the burdens of the believers and saved them from death. He is a burden bearer. When the doctor shakes his head and tells the family it's too late, you can trust in the Lord, because the people say he has the last word. But I want to say, not only does he have the last word, he has the first and the last. He is the first and the last. He is the root and offspring of David. He is the bright and morning star. He is Job's horse born in the valley. He is Isaiah, root out of dry ground. Jesus, do you know him today? Has he demonstrated his power in your life? I'm glad that I have a testimony today. Yes, you don't mind if I tell you about my testimony. When I was deep in sin,